It's Pod Blast time. Can you hear me? StreamYard tried to trick me, but I think I figured out what's been going on the last 5 shows. After my intro video, StreamYard mutes my mic. If you can hear me, raise your hand in the chat. Doing a little impromptu Pod Blast because there's a big event coming up this weekend. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia metro area, it's called Stellar Fest, and this is going to be the second Stellar Fest convention. It's a sci-fi and fantasy convention. It's very down home, meaning it's like the conventions before they went all corporate. It's reasonably priced. There's tons of activities. There's games. There's activities. There's guests, including someone I'm going to interview here live on Sunday, right here on the Nostalgic Pod Blast. By the way, I'm your host, Chance Bartels. We have our friend Al Hardy backstage, and I'm going to bring him up, I guess, right now. Hey to you, Al Hardy. Great. I can't hear you, Al. I don't know what's going on. Is your mic muted?
Now you can hear me.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. Nice shades you have on.
Thank you. These are from Thailand.
They're from what?
They're from Thailand.
Oh, okay.
As in the country. Yeah.
Oh, I know
So, yeah, I was just telling everybody, I want to make an announcement. You and I are going to be there. I'll be there more than you will be, but we're going to be there for what I call the Stellar Fest Film Fair, sponsored by yours truly. I'm going to bring some 16mm sci-fi and fantasy films to screen, and you're going to bring something that you might want to keep as a surprise. It could be maybe a horror-themed Three Stooges short or something like that.
I got some cool stuff I can bring.
Yes. So for those that are into the original Star Trek, I want to show you who the guest of honor is going to be. You've seen this guy. Uh-oh.
I'm still here.
Oh, and you're not on the screen. All right. Well, let me just show you the photo. We'll get that fixed, Al. We're talking about this guy. I always thought his name was Sean Kennedy. You know him from the classic Star Trek two-parter, the only original series two-parter, The Menagerie. He was a guy that communicated with a series of beeps. Beep, 1 for yes, and beep, beep, 2 for no. Talking about a guy who I always thought all these years his last name was Kennedy. It's Sean Kenny. And here he is. He's going to be the guest. He's 82 years young. He recently turned 82 back in March of 2026. He also played a different character on Star Trek. He played a navigator. He was like the pre-Chekhov for a couple of episodes. And I'll play the original previews of those episodes in a moment. He was in Arena, where Captain Kirk fought the lizard Gorn creature. And he was also in A Taste of Armageddon, all from season 1. Now, a quick story about what happened with his character and the other navigators was Gene Roddenberry wanted someone to be like a monkey to attract the young female viewers to the demographic. And in the press, he said, we should have a Russian to represent the USSR in their space race with the USA because they've had a lot of achievements in their own right in their country. So he came up with Pavel Chekhov to be a regular cast member starting with season 2. In fact, they put him in a terrible beetle wig in the first 5 episodes or so that he filmed for season 2 of Star Trek. And then they lost the wig, thank gosh. But Walter Koenig is the actor who played Chekhov. And of course, Khan remembered him in Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, even though Star Trek Space Seed, the episode that introduced Khan, 24th in production order, including both pilots, was an episode before they introduced the character of Pavel Chekhov. So anyway, but Sean was a navigator. Let's look at some clips. And Al, you still there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. I want to play a clip of this guest at Stellar Fest 2. Go there and meet him, by the way. By the way, it's going to be April 24th through 26th at the Sonesta Hotel. That's in Gwinnett County. Anyone familiar with the Atlanta metro area knows 85 North. As you approached Gwinnett Place Mall, Pleasant Hill Road exit, you simply take a right off of that exit on 85 North, and the hotel's right there on the right.
And it's really close to me.
Yeah, that's why you're going to be. I don't know. I don't want to just have my face only on the screen. Let me see. It's a button thing.
There you go.
Sorry, Al. I'm such a dumbass with this technology. Okay, so I want to play a clip of the guest, Al, because I don't think you know who this gentleman is. And unfortunately, at the film fair, and I will announce the films I'm bringing, These are great film prints from my collection. I used to have this 2-parter on 16mm film, but it was what's called a dupe print, so the audio was muffled, so I sold it. I wish I kept it so I could.
It's hard to believe he's what, 82?
He's 82. He turned
Wow.
82 in March of 2026. Let me play a clip of a trailer to part 1 of that 2-parter. Make sure my mic's still on. This is from the Menagerie part 1. Now, so quick backstory about this. There was a budget crunch in the middle of season 1 of Star Trek. So the creator, Gene Roddenberry, said, you know what? We shot a pilot called The Cage and we've not aired it. Why don't we write a story around that and use that footage? That'll save us a lot of money. We can get 2 weeks for the price of 1, 2 episodes for the price of 1. And so what happened was Jeffrey Hunter played Captain Christopher Pike, the original captain of the Starship Enterprise. When the series was, when a second pilot was ordered by NBC because they thought the first one was too cerebral, they recast. And actually, Jeffrey Hunter, who's best known as playing Jesus Christ in King of Kings, he was not available. So they recast William Shatner as Captain Kirk, and the rest is history. So,
you know, I think Jeffrey Hunter, you know, he died. I think he fell or something in his home.
Yes, he did.
And hit his head or something.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I talked about it here on the Pod Blast. Yeah, his wife found the body. It's terrible. But so how Sean Kinney comes into play is when they wrote a story around the unaired pilot, The Cage, at the time it was unaired, they made it set about 16 years in the past. And so since they didn't have Jeffrey Hunter, they brought in Sean Kinney because he looked a lot like Jeffrey Hunter, and they decided to have him be disfigured in a horrible accident with makeup and put him in a wheelchair device. You'll see here in this clip. And then they decided to just use the footage. Basically, it was just a great bunch of stock footage. So here's the preview to part 1 with the guest at Stellar Fest 2, Sean Kinney as the crippled Captain Christopher Pike. Let's watch. It's 1 minute long.
Captain's log, stardate 1512.2.
Why does Spock want to take us to that one forbidden world in all the galaxy? His former captain, mutilated by a recent space disaster, and unable to speak or move.
I have never disobeyed your orders before, Captain. I know it is treachery against Captain Kirk, but I must do this.
No vessel, under any condition, emergency or otherwise, is to visit Talos 4.
And to do so is the only death penalty left on our books.
There's a false entry in the log right now which doesn't jive with the established facts. How do you explain that?
I can't, but to question Spock of all people. Doctor, as senior officer present, I present myself to you for arrest.
You're a perfect choice.
There you go. That's part 1. I'm going to show the trailer to part 2, but that gives you a little bit of a example of what's going on in the episode. I want to say hey to Keebler, one of my power mods is in the chat. She said, sheesh, family show, watch the language. Okay. So you saw Sean, the guest at Silverfest, in that wheelchair, right, Al? Right there in that clip.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he looked a little like Jeffrey Hunter, wouldn't you say?
Well, with the beard, yes.
Well, it was actually supposed to be a radiated face. Like his face is disfigured.
Well, I was talking about the promo picture you showed of him.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Al. Yeah. I'm going to play now the preview to part 2 of this Menagerie story. Another reason why it was wise to write that it took place about 16 years prior was the costumes looked different. You know, before the series was picked up, you know, they made changes, right, with the cast and the way the people looked on the show. But here's part 2. Now, this is the only, here's a bit of trivia, Al. This is the only next week preview. Every episode had a next week preview, 1 minute long. This one is 90 seconds long, a minute and a half long, longer than any of the other previews for the 77 episodes. I say 77, there's actually 79, but they count, you know what? No, check that. There's 78. There's 2 pilots, and there was one for, all right, I'm just, let me do my math in my head. There's actually, 79 1-minute previews because Where No Man's Gone Before, the second pilot, was recut and it aired as an aired episode and was syndicated and all that with a preview. So, okay, here is the only 90-second preview in the original Star Trek for the next week episode. And this is more of the Menagerie and the guest Sean Kinney at Stellar Fest 2. He'll be there April 24th, 25th, and 26th, 2026.
This is Mr. Spock. You'll learn next why returning Captain Pike to Talos 4 was worth risking my life and Captain Kirk's career. Join us then to see the conclusion of the incredible adventure on that forbidden planet.
Increase to full power!
Since you resist the present specimen, you now have a selection. Each of the 2 new specimens has qualities in her favor. You will find it an effective combination.
Don't, please, don't punish me! I'm dying!
You overlook the unpleasant alternative of punishment.
Go.
There you go.
I guess not. Ow, ow, ow. Oh.
Yeah, you still here?
And there I go. Oh, wow. I'm having
You're
early.
after the video. I think Chance is having some internet issues over there. It happens, so can't blame him.
Connected. There's an Al isn't back.
Yeah, I mean, I think your internet.
Sean Kenny, the guest at Stellar Fest 2, in another Star Trek episode he did. This is Star Trek Arena. Look for him. No. Oh, gee. Playing. In there, Al, if you can hear me.
Captain's log, stardate 3045.6. The Enterprise has responded to a call from Cestus 3. On landing, we have discovered that the outpost has been destroyed. How can you explain a massacre like that?
You must make certain that the alien vessel never reaches its home base.
I intend to. Firing phases, Captain.
What about the captain? If I could help him, I would. I cannot.
We destroyed invaders, as I shall destroy you.
Wow, that was the Gorn.
There
You there, Al?
I'm here.
Did that clip play?
Yes, it played.
I don't know what happened with my internet, but anyway, I tried to ask you, let's go back to the other clip we watched. Did you notice any familiar actors in that clip from the Menagerie parts 1 and 2?
Well, what was the guy that was in Time Tunnel?
That's James Darren. and Colbert.
No. Well, I did recognize that guy.
He wasn't in that. No, I was referring to Susan Oliver because she was in The Fugitive and a bunch of things. She played Tina, the
Yeah,
blonde woman.
I did see her. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then in this last clip, who do you think was voicing that giant lizard, that Gorn creature? Did you recognize that voice?
No, I didn't.
When he goes, "We destroyed invaders, and I shall destroy you." That was Ted Cassidy. Lurch, you rang on the Addams Family. The original Addams Family. And
well, you know, he when the clip was actually playing, it kind of broke up a little bit. So I didn't. Most of it was okay, but it did break up a little bit. So
the visual quality was really weak on that clip.
It was kind of watery looking.
It was really bad. It's not even like 480. It was like 2 something. It was really low quality. But that was Ted Cassidy, who also appeared as Ruck, an android in What Are Little Girls Made Of in season 1, an episode written by Robert Bloch, who wrote Psycho, the Alfred Hitchcock classic film Psycho. He wrote the screenplay for that film. All right, so another clip, and then we'll move on. By the way,
do you have a graphic of the event?
Yeah, right here.
You need to,
Yep, I have it right here. Stellar Fest, baby. There it is. Isn't that cool? I use that as the thumbnail image of the video. Hey, look, it's transparent. I can kind of see the top of your head.
That's a great logo, actually.
Yeah. That Chris came up with that. Chris Seckinger, he and his wife Angela are the owners and founders of Stellar Fest, and the first one was so successful, they're doing another one. They have another convention. They basically do a convention every 6 months. They have another convention also. That is not.
What area of the country are they from?
They're from here.
Oh, okay.
Chris was a teacher, a school teacher. So I want to show you another banner with the guest of honor who I'm going to interview, Sean. Look at that. Now, Chris put that together as well. Isn't that nice?
That looks good. That looks really good.
Yeah. So, and there he is the navigator on the Enterprise on the far right of the screen. Sorry, listeners, if you're listening at Fistful of Radio out of Atlanta or on Apple or Spotify or TuneIn, you might want to head to the Nostalgic Podblast YouTube channel and then click the live tab, and then you'll see the logo for Stellar Fest if you want to see what I'm referring to. But there's a nice little graphic of this guy who's best known as playing the crippled Captain Christopher Pike. By the way, when I watch that in reruns and on Paramount Plus, it makes me sad because I think of Christopher Reeve. You know, what happened to the character? He was a strong, handsome character, Captain Pike, who sadly, in a heroic fashion, trying to save kids, he was made an invalid. And I think about what happened to poor Christopher Reeve, the actor who played Superman, when he became a quadriplegic in a terrible horse riding accident back in 1995. Just a terrible story.
But Star Trek, that was such a long time ago if you think about it.
It debuted on NBC on September 8th, 1966.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is. And I have
66 years.
One more quick clip from Star Trek that features that guest, Sean. He was the navigator. I don't think you see him in this clip, but maybe you do. I just can't remember. Let me play. This is just another 1-minute clip from the original Star Trek. This is the original Next Week trailer, but in syndication, they spliced a 3rd season shot of the Enterprise where it says Next Voyage. That's the only thing that's not original. I mean, it's the same edit, same audio, but those split seconds where it shows in the season 1 and 2 Next Week previews, that was actually a shot from a season 3 special effect. And in the original one, it would just say next week. It didn't say Star Trek. It said next week, and you saw the scene. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see the ship. You saw the part of the scene that the ship is superimposed over, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, here is the next episode he did. By the way, the 2-parter that Sean played, Captain Pike, aired originally on November 17th and November 24th, 1966. And then Arena was on January 19th, 1967. That's where Kirk was fighting that giant lizard alien commander of a ship, the Gorn. And then this one aired on February 23rd, 1967. This is the 23rd episode of season 1 of Star Trek. There were 29 aired episodes of Star Trek, really 30 if you count the 2-parter.
Right.
I count it as one because it was one production, but I digress. Here's the preview. The other episode Sean was in as a navigator on the Enterprise.
Captain's log, stardate 3192.5, planet Eminiar 7. My orders are clear. We must establish diplomatic relations at all cost.
You were warned not to come here.
500,000 people have just been killed.
Our duty now.
Your duty doesn't include stepping into a disintegrator and disappearing.
I'm afraid mine does, Captain.
Sir, there's a multi-legged creature crawling on your shoulder.
You and your party have been declared war casualties. You will be taken immediately to one of our casualty stations so that your deaths may be recorded. If possible, we shall spare your ship, Captain, but its passengers and crew are already dead.
Yeah, that was a good anti-war episode. Hey, Al, you're back.
I'm back. You know, with Star Trek, it's a shame it didn't last as long as it did, but there's not many people left that's alive.
You have William Shatner, of course. Knock on wood.
George Takei, I think. George Takei, I think.
George Takei. Yes, Sulu.
Takei.
Oh my, he's still with us. And then Chekhov is still with us.
Yeah. Walter. What was his name? Walter
Koenig. Koenig. Yeah. It's like the name of the character of the commander on Space 1999.
Right.
Commander John Koenig. But in real life, it's Walter Koenig, who played Chekhov, who came along in season 2 to cash in on the monkeys craze.
Mm-hmm.
And ostensibly to be a Russian, representing a Russian on the bridge of the Enterprise, since the Russians did pretty well in the space race in real life back when Star Trek debuted to be a wagon train to the stars. Wagon Train was a Western, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Gene Roddenberry
I've got some wagon trains on film.
You do?
I do.
Do you have any Virginian Westerns on film in color?
No, I used to, but I don't have any more.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
I've got some wagon trains.
I never knew that. I'd like to watch some. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Wagon Train. Yeah, because Gene Roddenberry pitched Star Trek to the NBC executives at the time as the wagon train to the stars.
Mm-hmm.
He used that as an analogy. All right. So also at Stellar Fest, let me put that logo back up. And the film fair, might as well announce at the Chance Bartels Stellar Fest Film Fair 2. It was a big hit last year, and they didn't even advertise it. It was a last-minute thing. I was there as media to interview the original Judy Robinson, Marta Kristen, and then I interviewed the stunt lady. Right here's her book. I might as well show it. And Fembot, where's her book? Right here, stunt lady, Sandra Gimpel. And the whole interview, I mispronounced her name. I called her Gimple, like pimple. I interviewed her. That was a treat. She was at Stellar Fest 1. But yeah, I'm gonna do the films. It was a huge hit. My point was, but it wasn't announced. It was like a last minute thing. I said to Chris, I said, you know what? I have some films I could bring if you want to do like an old school film screening, right? Like they used to do at conventions like Dixie Trek here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I know a lot of you that are not from or around Atlanta, Georgia, or not old like me, probably don't remember Dixie Trek, but it was a great down-home convention. And before streaming and before even really home video, because Star Trek was the show that put home video sales on the market back in 1985, releasing individual episodes of Star Trek for $14.95 retail plus tax per episode, and they sold really well.
Well, that's why we collected film, because you didn't have VHS. You didn't have, the only way you could watch stuff is to buy it on film. You know, you couldn't record from they didn't have the VHS yet. And so
they had Betamax, right? Starting like in 1970s, right? But it was expensive. And the tapes only held 1 hour. VHS would hold 2 hours.
Well, that's why VHS won out over Betamax.
Yeah, and that's in the standard play, meaning the good speed. You could hold more on a T120. That means time, like 120 minutes in the standard play. But on the EP, you could get 8 hours of recording, but the quality wouldn't be very good.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then you had T160s that were great. They would hold 2 hours and 40 some minutes in the standard play mode. And I was recorded in the good play, you know, like the best quality with like a super VHS stereo track and all that.
Right.
And I'm all over the place with this story. So back to Star Trek. You said, yeah, it's a shame it didn't last that long. It lasted 3 seasons. It almost was canceled after the 2nd season, but the fans wrote in. They flooded NBC with letters, save Star Trek, save Star Trek. And so they thought, you know what, maybe the AC Nielsen's are wrong with these ratings, because look how popular this show is. Look at all these letters we're getting. And young people buy. They're the ones that the advertisers want to mold. They want to mold their minds to get in the habit of buying their products. So it was renewed. And Lucille Ball, Desilu Productions produced the first season of Star Trek and the second season.
Desilu Productions, yes.
And then Paramount bought Desilu. So you had the Paramount logo at the end of season 3. And I should bring a Star Trek. I'm going to announce my lineup now of the films. You know what I'm going to start with, Al? You know this because I texted to you which films I'm bringing. I'm bringing first The Outer Limits. It'll start, by the way, at 7 p.m. Saturday night. That is April 25th, 2026 at the Sonesta Hotel at Stellar Fest 2. And it's free. And there's going to be free popcorn. The owners have a real movie theater popcorn machine. And they provided it last year, and it was delicious. The butter was like real movie theater butter, and they provide free drinks. It's a lot of fun. And they even had, I should go get it when I play a clip. I still have from last year, real popcorn, like the paper, old school movie theater popcorn holder or bag, popcorn bag. Yeah. So,
movie theater popcorn used to be sold in a box. It was like it was a box. And then they went to the bags and stuff.
I don't know if they're going to have these this year, but they did last year. Here's what I'm referring to. This is from Stellar Fest 1. This is what we got. And people, they stayed till the very end, and they didn't want it to end. But I'm bringing different films this time. So we're going to start with The Outer Limits in black and white.
Which episode?
The Guests from season 1. It's a very haunting episode.
That stars who?
On reel-to-reel film. And then I'm going to play Lost in Space, the 3rd episode, Island in the Sky, an action-packed episode where the Jupiter 2 crashes onto the planet where it was marooned for all of season 1, the black and white season. And it's got original music at the time by John Williams, who later scored Star Wars, Jaws, Superman, Fiddler on the Roof, tons of movies, the Harry Potter movies. He's still working. He's still alive in his 90s. Yeah, John Williams. So anyway, that's a good one, man. And I know you like black and white film.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going to play a $6 Million Man episode on reel-to-reel film. Very rare to find. A season 4 episode titled Most Dangerous Enemy, in which the guy who made Steve Bionic, Dr. Rudy Wells, goes insane when he's bitten by a monkey, a monkey that's been experimented on, and it gives him powers. So he takes on Steve Austin, and there's a great battle. It's like the Most Dangerous Enemy type plot. Hell, that's the name of the episode, The Most Dangerous Enemy. And then we're going to watch in perfect color a 2-part episode of a show you don't care for, Space 1999. In fact, I have a trailer for that. This is the theatrical cut. This particular episode was recut as a movie to compete with Star Wars.
Is this the trailer, the one you're going to show?
Yeah, I'm going to show this. Yeah, I'm going to play. This is what let me be clear because it is confusing. There was one 2-part episode of Space 1999, just like there was one 2-part episode of Star Trek. We just talked about the menagerie. This one was called The Bringers of Wonder, parts 1 and 2. Now, what happened was when Star Wars was released in June of 77 wide, May 25th, 77, and limited release, and not as many screens as down the line, it got the attention of ITC, who distributed Space 1999. They'd already canceled the show. It was canceled in 77, but right before Star Wars was released. And so they said, you know what? We have this 2-parter. Let's cut it together as a feature and release it in Europe. And that's what they did. And it did modest business. So this is the theatrical trailer of that theatrical release. And it also was released on VHS in this crazy movie format. But I'm going to bring the original 2-part episodes. Perfect color I had imported from Australia. The colors held up. But let's watch this preview.
And we have a viewer from Brazil.
We do. I'm going to go. Yes. Let me look at the chat real quick before I roll that clip. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Is that Naji or Nagi? Hello to you.
Nagi. Yeah.
Hello to Keebler. I haven't acknowledged the chat. Shame on me. Hello to K Moonin. Thank you. And he says, we're going to talk about this later. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations on 10,000 YouTube subscribers, Chance. Thank you. Now, Al joked. He says, you bought those subscribers.
I said, dude, he's buying his subscribers. I was just
cheap for that. Oh, I never showed you this. Let me make myself big real quick so I can show you this, Al, and those that are watching live or after the fact. Watch this. Look at me messing up bad. Okay. Al, I have the laser disc, believe it or not, for that 2-part Star Trek, the menagerie. There it is on laser disc.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you ever watch any of your Laserdisc?
What?
You ever watch your Laserdisc?
No, I have 2 Laserdisc players, and they work. And one has the auto flip. See, there's
yeah, the one that I use, it has the auto flip too.
Because there's 2 sides to a Laserdisc. Ladies and germs, to copy Elvira, Mistress to the Dark. I'm going to show you a Laserdisc. There's a Laserdisc. Comes in a sleeve. It looks just like a record album. Let me get close to the mic so you can actually hear me. Ooh, look at that glare. And you can see
a Laserdisc came out for the real cinephile who didn't want VHS tape.
Yeah, and it was a little bit better quality than VHS.
Better quality.
You can see BTS. You can see my setup.
The only thing better, Laserdisc, you have to watch on a CRT. You have to watch on a tube television. You can't watch on the new widescreen TVs. You can, but it doesn't look very good.
In layman's terms, you want a tube TV for Laserdisc. It'll look
great. I have one for that.
But if you watch it on like an LCD or an HD or 4K TV, it's going to look like poop, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's a Laserdisc I meant to show earlier for that 2-parter. All right, so let me put you back on the screen. So let's look at this clip. This is one of actually 2 of the reels I'm going to be playing is of this basic plot. And here it is. This is from, it's called Destination Moonbase Alpha, but the real title is The Bringers of Wonder Parts 1 and 2 from season 2 of that program, Space 1999.
The moon has become a vast, complex space station. Suddenly, frightening, blasted out of Earth orbit, destined to journey forever, deeper and deeper into the unknown. Destination Moonbase Alpha, an epic adventure across the universe to experiences beyond the imagination of any earthbound human.
Sensors pick up configuration of a spaceship.
Heading
Directly at us.
Arm all lasers! Destroy the alien ship!
Nothing is impossible in the vast, uncharted dimensions of hyperspace, where reality and illusion are the weapons.
Tony! Guido! Tony!
It means we can travel anywhere in the universe now.
They're really here. How we can get back to Earth?
Yes.
Oh, Helena! No!
Where human force and alien intelligence are the combatants.
2 aliens have been dispatched for the nuclear trigger. Once they energize it, we will take our fill. All the alien creatures will die.
Where human extinction on Moonbase Alpha may be seconds away.
Yeah, I had to let them get their plug in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran, of course, Space 1999 at Channel 17 when I was there.
And Star Trek.
And Star Trek.
I remember I was a lad watching, and you had Outer Limits. Oh, no, XIA did, 11 Alive.
No, we didn't have the Outer Limits. No, we didn't have those.
But, down the line, Turner did get it, and it ran them on TNT. They had 48-hour marathons, like maybe twice a year. I remember on TNT.
Well, because it was produced by United Artists, I do believe, and Ted owned MGM-UA at the time.
Yes. So that was a very badly edited little trailer for the theatrical release in Europe of that 2-part episode. And you don't even see the monsters. See, it's really a cool episode. There's great, horrible monsters with like this big eyeball with veins with blood. It's like a throwback monster from the Outer Limits. These creatures, and they have the power of illusion. So it's worth I think the people are going to love it. The sci-fi fans in attendance are going to love, because on film, you can't beat film. Look, I love 4K and Blu-ray, but if you have a good print with good color that's not all scratched up and with emulsions, green scratches, it's a lot of fun. If you have
the thing about film, Chance, you know, I like the sound of the projector running. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I mean, a lot of younger people don't care about it, but you know, for us who collected film since we were very young, I mean, I started collecting when I was like 16 years old. And so the sound of a projector running in the background and watching a film is great.
I agree. And I like the flicker of the light too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's on tap. That's 2 parts. Each part is 51 minutes long. And of course there's no commercials, and I'm bringing 2 projectors so I can rewind the films and just keep rolling along. So there's no delay. Gonna also play the last episode in production order of the old Incredible Hulk show, the first part 2. I'm not going to bring part 1 because I think I've already I'm already going to be playing, can't talk, a 2-part episode of Space 1999. So I don't want to play a bunch of 2-parters. I think that's kind of a tune out.
I think maybe 1 or 2 is enough, but you know, maybe half-hour episodes and stuff.
There's a nice recap at the beginning of part 2 of this episode. It's called The First. Parts 2 is with the old man Hulk, played by Dick Durock, who played Swamp Thing in the original Swamp Thing movie, which was shot, I believe, in North Carolina back in 1981 with Adrienne Barbeau. Remember that movie, Swamp Thing?
Oh, yeah. I've got a poster for it.
And Dick Durock, a little bit of trivia, again, going back to Star Trek. He was in an episode in season 3 called Elan of Troyes, playing, what was that race? That alien race. It was like an Egyptian kind of race. Elosians. He was an Elosian. I think it's Elosian. Elos. Yeah, Elosian.
Yeah, Joe Gutfeld said hi. You know, Joe Gutfeld told us hi.
Hey, let me put his comment on the screen. And hey to can you say that, Al? Help us out. Help me out. Cab Rodeo Terminad.
Terminad. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't. Yeah.
And hey to Bob Gutfeld. Joe Gutfeld. I'm sorry. I know that. Joe Gutfeld. Sorry about your Mets. I don't want to date the show, and he's going to start talking about sports. My Braves are kicking butt, but it's early. It's the end of April 2026. We're live, but the Mets are not doing so hot, and I'm sorry about that.
You know what they're calling the Mets? Huh? The mess. Because they've lost like 11 games.
Oh, man.
In a row.
I think the mayor jinxed the team, the mayor of New York.
He probably did.
Anyway, well, let me get back to the other films we'll be playing at Stellar Fest 2, the weekend of April 25th, 2026. It'll be Saturday night only, starting at 7 p.m. And Chris says you can go as late as you like. So as long as there's people in the seats, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to bring more than I promised. So let's see. After the first part 2, which is the last episode actually shot of the Incredible Hulk production, or I know I already said that, but it's one where the Hulk is almost cured. And that was filmed during season 4, but what happened was when the show was canceled in early 82, there's only they withheld episodes of season 4, aired them in season 5. Nobody cares. I don't know why I'm even telling you that, but it is true. I saw the list of production order, and even though it's a season 4 episode and the show ran for 5 seasons, all the episodes that ran in season 5 were actually shot during production of season 4. So the first part 2, I'm going to play that. And then, V, the series. Last year, I brought the first episode of V, the series on film, perfect color print, titled Liberation Day. I'm bringing the last episode in aired order. It was an episode that NBC withheld because it was too violent. So after they canceled the show, they ran it in the summer of 85, but it was actually the 3rd episode produced. So stupid was that when NBC withheld this episode, Al Hardy, it made the plot make no sense. There were key elements in the story broken down in V, the series. This is the 3rd episode, mind you, that when they skipped it because of violence, there were characters that were missing and things that happened in that episode that were referenced that no one ever saw until the show was canceled. It's kind of bizarre. And does that make sense? You know, the network just made a stupid decision, withheld the episode. So it actually technically is the last aired episode of V. So I thought it'd be kind of cute to have brought the first aired episode of V, this series, at Stellar Fest 1, and then I'll bring the last aired episode of V for Stellar Fest 2, and then I have others to bring in future years, should I be invited back. And that's going to conclude the Film Fest. except for what you bring out. You got some mystery films you're going to bring, some shorts, maybe a Three Stooges, because it is sci-fi fantasy horror. You could bring a Three Stooges short with the goons and the skeleton outfits, the crooks that try to scare.
Oh yeah, that's a great episode. A lot of people show it around Halloween.
Which one?
It's called If a Body Meets a Body.
I have Spooks also. That was shot in 3D.
I have Spooks, yes.
Yep, that's a good scary one. So we'll have to do that. And I might bring, if people are hanging around, I'm going to bring some cartoons, some classic cartoons, because those are short, you know, like what, 5-10 minute shorts. Maybe I'll bring a Chili Willy or something like that, or a Woody Woodpecker. We'll see what people, but I want to stick to something fantasy. I've got on film Speed Racer on 16mm film, which has kind of a fan following with a certain demographic, Gen X or, you know, older, even boomer.
I have one episode of Speed Racer. It's in black and white.
You do? I've got several in color. The colors.
I guess this is a black and white of color. I don't know. I know it's in black and white.
They all were in color. Yes, they were all done in color.
Yeah.
Originally in Japan. But yeah, so that's all I really had to say about. Let me put this on the screen for Joe and for other latecomers that might not have been here at the beginning of the show. We're talking about Stellar Fest 2.
Well, give the date and the time when they're going to be, you know.
Oh, yeah. Look at that cool logo, Joe. That Stellar Fest logo by the owner, Chris. And I'm gonna have the opportunity to interview the injured Captain Christopher Pike from the Menagerie, and also the ship's navigator in season 1 before Chekhov came along and stole his job. But yeah, he's going to be there. And there's other guests too. If you want to check out the full schedule, just go to stellarfest.org, not .com. It's stellarfest.org, and you will see the lineup and the guests and all that good stuff. And I think there might be some surprises added last minute.
You know, it's going to be at Gwinnett Place, and you might tell the people that Gwinnett Place Mall is where they shot Stranger Things.
Yes, it is. I don't want to confuse anyone. It's not actually at the mall. The convention's
no. But the mall is like a stone's throw from this hotel.
That is correct, sir. You are correct.
That's where they shot Stranger Things, is at Gwinnett Place Mall. Of course, it wasn't Gwinnett Place Mall. They changed it.
That's right. So, Joe, if you want to look up stellarfest.org, I wish you could fly down here, man. We'd have a blast. So I'm going to be doing my film screening Saturday, April 25th, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then I'm going to do my interview on Sunday, and I'm going to try to make it there Friday for the opening ceremony. They actually have an opening and a closing ceremony. It was a lot of fun last year. And I'm telling you, this is a down-home convention. It's very personal. The guests that agree to do panels, they're right there. There is a small fee for an autograph, but it's not a lot. It's not like you're paying $150 for Mark Hamill's towel or something, you know, something stupid that he would allow you to sign. I don't know. Like it's just very reasonably priced, and the admission is very reasonably priced too. They have an early bird special right now. You're probably going to hear or see this after that's expired, but hell, it's only $50 at the door for all 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And but the details are on the website. I think it's like maybe it's $40 for Saturday only, but they do have discounts for students and groups. They have group rates, which I don't think will expire, but it's very reasonably priced as opposed to big corporate conventions. I like all kinds of.
Do they have like a memorabilia room or anything?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's why I think you'll have fun. Now, we could talk about this offline, but since you're close to where the hotel is, Al, what I'm probably going to do, because Open by Chance Toys are going to be there. Check out their channel. I know Kay Moonan's in here. He's well aware of Open by Chance. That's a husband and wife team that go around to conventions, whether it's a vinyl record convention, a comic book convention, or a toy convention, and they film live. And then also they buy things, and then when they get back home, they produce a video showing what they bought at the conventions, and they take turns. It's really cool. And so there is a dealer's room, and last year there were comic books, there were toys. Now, granted, it wasn't a lot, but there wasn't a lot of dealers there, but there were some, and there were art dealers. And I think this year is going to be a little bit better because it was such a successful convention last time. And good word of mouth travels fast. So I think you're going to be really happy. And there will be toy dealers and comic book dealers there. I can't speak to how many, but there were at least, I think, 2 or 3 comic book dealers last time with good prices.
Well, Open by Chance is actually watching. He said that Mark charges $400 to $700 per signature.
Are you kidding me?
That's what he said. There you go.
Open by Chance. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm meeting them. They said they're going to show up early. They're early birds and they're smart. They like to get there before the crowd gets too crazy so they can film without bothering anybody and getting bothered themselves. They get recognized at conventions all the time. And they like that. I'm not saying they consider it being bothered. I'm not trying to speak for anybody here, but I can't believe Mark Hamill. He was the first one in 1997 at Dragon Con. I was shocked. I wanted to get his autograph. In 1997 money, he wanted $120, and you only could have him sign a poster. It was a stupid poster they provided of like bad art of Luke Skywalker. He wouldn't even let you sign for that price something you wanted signed. It was absolutely ludicrous. So yeah.
Mark Hamill did turn into a fine actor, though. He's a very good actor. He's been in a lot of good movies lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Last thing I saw him in was with Chris Reeve, Village of the Damned, the remake.
Oh, you're just missing out on some great films he's been in.
By the way, fun fact trivia, did you know that Christopher Reeve shares the same birthday as Mark Hamill, or did when he was alive? So to my childhood heroes, Superman and Luke Skywalker, who knew, have the same birthday. Talking about the actors, of course, not the characters, because who knows when Kal-El was born on Krypton, right?
Who is DRS-4RD? They said hi, Al.
Hey, I don't know. Hello to you. He's saying hey to you, so hey, say hey back, Al.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Now, Lady Pop Hunter, that is Open by Chance. That's the wife of the Open by Chance husband and wife team. So, hey, and Open by Chance, he also does a show on Fistful of Radio, as I do. It's a news show. It's on 4 o'clock Eastern time, Monday through Thursday, and then at noon and at 1, 2-hour block on Friday. But he's live on his channel, Coffee Talk, at 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, if you want to check it out. Now, it's not about collectibles and pop. It's about news stories. So check that out, too.
Okay. This is DRS-4. That's his Randy. I went to high school with him. He's in Wilmington, my hometown.
Well, I'll be doggone.
So, hey, Randy. Good to see you.
Are you streaming this on your channel, Al, as well?
Yes. It's on my
that's
channel.
why. Okay, cool.
I shared it, but he lives at Curie Beach. He lives at the Curie Beach. Randy and I, we went to high school together. He's a great guy.
Well, I'm glad that you're both still kicking. That's great.
Yeah.
Hey there. So he's
Randy's
still in
good
Wilmington,
to see you.
you're saying?
Good to see you, Randy.
He's in Wilmington?
He's in Wilmington, yes. My hometown.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Right there.
See?
Well, let's let you get a word in, Al. I've been just running my mouth. Like
No. I'm looking forward to going on Saturday and watching some films. I may go later on because I think you got me a weekend pass to get in.
Did. All you have to do is show up. What I'm going to do, I was going to talk about this, like not on the air, as it were, but I'll just say it. What the heck? Since you're close, what I'll do is I'll meet Open by Chance and do a walkthrough and talk to the sound guys because I got to get the speakers. They have huge speakers for big sound for my film fair like they did last year, and then the free popcorn and all that. That starts at 7 p.m. I'm sure Open by Chance will be long gone by then. What I can do is after I meet with them and do a walkthrough, I can head to your place and we could grab a bite to eat. And I could carry you, meaning give you a ride to the thing, but I'm going to stay till like 1 a.m. That's past your bedtime. So,
well, I mean, I'm so close. I can just follow. I can just drive. I mean, I'm probably 5 miles, maybe 4 miles away.
Yeah, but I know you don't like to drive at night is the thing.
No, I don't like to drive too much at night. So
who does?
We'll see. We'll work it out. But we can go have some Mexican.
That's what I'm going to do no matter what, no matter whether you drive or not, is I will take a break for the convention, meet you, and we'll grab lunch. And then I'll be back by 6 to help the sound guys set up my projection room. And
well,
Chris,
Chance owes me a lunch anyway.
Oh, that's right. That's okay. Yeah. Finally, I can.
No, I gave you, what was that poster I gave you?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, yeah.
Movie poster.
Yeah.
It's over here somewhere. But, yeah, so I want to say, and I appreciate Kay Moonen and Open by Chance and Lady Pop Hunter saying congrats on 10,000 subscribers.
I would like to meet them sometime.
They're so nice. I was their guest at their wonderful.
I saw you.
Yeah, they have a toy museum in their home. It's on Open by Chance YouTube channel. If you click the live tab, it was a week, 10 days ago, 11 days ago. They're always live on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And what I like is they start on time, unlike me. They're like clockwork, you know, always on time. And I appreciate that. I always have a technical glitch or somebody's late or something like that where I'm always late. But let me show you now something I have coming up. Oh, 10,000 subscribers. That's what it was. So thank you to everybody that subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I think it's more about the videos that I put up that I have nothing to do with, more so than this show. But whatever brought you to the Nostalgic Pod Blast, I'm really honestly glad you're here. And I will announce I have something new going. I've been going to dance classes with producer Natalie. And that's the Instagram channel. It's called Uncle Chance of Smyrna. And my little dance videos have kind of been a hit. Like, this is from earlier today, 77,000 views on one of them. And then I went back Saturday night, did a social dance, took another class, and that one's getting up there. But
I just find that amazing. That's just,
I know.
Just people are easily entertained, I guess.
It's because I'm dancing badly. And also, you're going to like this. I'm going to post there on Instagram and on YouTube eventually once I edit this. I took a stunt class. Here's producer Natalie and I. It's in 6K, and we did several tactical training stunts. Me and the rest of the people in the class. Here's another shot of me with someone else. And it was amazing. These are not real weapons, so no letters, please. But we did this a couple Sundays ago, and it's at ATL Stunts. I highly recommend ATL Stunts. And it doesn't cost much, and you get 6K video. And he makes it look really cool. The director.
Did you get copies of it?
Yeah. I have all that. Yeah, he just sent them to me yesterday. That's what that's from. I'm not going to release it yet till I edit it because it's raw footage where they say, you know, there's like, you know, rolling, you know, the rolling sound, you know, all the sounds you hear on a movie set. So I need to edit that out and put in some cool music. So yeah, it was a lot of, I mean, we did several things, handgun stunts. We rescued a hostage. That's what I'm doing right here. We're rescuing a hostage. At the end of the corridor is a hostage who's bound. Right. Anyway, it was a heck of a lot of fun. So, but getting back on track with the topic at hand, before we sign off, because heck, I have to be, guess what? I'm at a game show tomorrow. I can't talk too much about it, but it's a popular game show. First time taped in Atlanta, Georgia. I'll give you a hint. No whammies.
I used to love that show.
Well, I might be there tomorrow. Hello to Tracy in South Florida.
Hey,
How's
Tracy.
It going, Tracy? Not South Florida. Where is she? Are you in Tampa? She's in Florida.
Look at her. Put her back up. See, she's got the Carolina Theater there.
Oh yeah.
Now, there was a Carolina Theater in Charlotte because I went to a film convention one time when I lived in Wilmington. I went to a film convention in Charlotte. It was at the Carolina Theater.
She's in Tallahassee, Florida.
She's in Tallahassee. I don't know where but there was a Carolina Theater in Charlotte.
Well, she's from Chicago originally. Her dad worked in the industry too. He worked with the Playboy people.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess.
No. I know he's an artist.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Do you have any more clips or anything?
Yeah, because I need
from Star Trek.
I'm all over the place. I wanted to show you a 43-second clip of me at dance class salsa.
Well, I think you need to stick to the show.
I am, but I'm trying to tie this into my new thing, Uncle Chance from Smyrna on Instagram and TikTok. Let me show you
that on another show.
I want to show. This is 43 seconds long. I want to show you a clip of me trying to dance the salsa. Here it is.
Well,
I just took salsa on 2. Well, I think I did salsa on 7 or some shit. 5, 6, knee stick forward. 5, 10, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, forward base. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 2. CQ. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I did too good. And I'm sore. Yeah. So I was not on the beat. You got to listen to the beat and follow the steps. There's just 8 basic steps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, so I went back. Huh?
That was funny. That was funny, actually.
I went back Saturday night. This is 55 seconds long. I'm going to just show you just one more video of me dancing.
But Tracy said she loved the Carolina Theater.
Oh, let me put that on the screen.
See?
Oh, Tracy says, I love that Carolina Theater. Caroline Theater, not Carolina. It's beautiful. Is it Carolina or Caroline?
Well, the thing it's got
Carolina in the picture.
Yeah. She probably meant to put the A instead of the E.
Let me just say, though, getting back to the dance real quick, the salsa dance community and the bacha and everything, these are some of the nicest people. They really encourage you. They don't make fun of you because clearly I am horrible, but they know that I'm a beginner and I'm trying to learn. So I think I improved a little bit. This is Saturday night. And then there's also footage we shot at a dance social where I danced with a lady that we haven't released yet. But here I am at the next class I took. Well, I took another salsa class with a different instructor this time.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7.
Hey, watch this spin around. I think I look pretty good.
1, 2, turn 3, turn 4, 7, 5, 6, again, and 1.
I look good.
Had you been drinking?
I did to loosen up. Got not much.
Well, because it looked like you lost your balance. You might have had some booze in you or something. You know?
No. I had one Heineken beer. That's the truth. Producer can verify
Are you
that.
sure?
I am sure.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll get better, but I'm clearly very, very bad at this. But I want to get good because I love the community. And so enough said about that. But Uncle Chance from Smyrna is my alter ego in terms of the dance on Instagram and TikTok. If anybody wants to check it out, and I'm putting the shorts on YouTube on Chance Acting Demo and the Nostalgic Pod Blast as a short. If everybody wants to check it out that way.
Chance, Tracy said she couldn't type.
Oh yeah, so it was Carolina. Okay, I know, man. I'm sorry, brother. Your friend's laughing. I know it's so bad. It's so bad. And Keebler says Chance just proved that white men can't dance. Latina men can. I wish I had a drop of Latina blood in me. I mean, Latino. Let me correct that. Latinos and Latinas, but I should be Latino blood. Yeah.
Well, you've done an about term since you were at Cumulus and we worked together.
Yeah. I'm doing the best I can. I don't know.
You're doing all right.
So yeah, that's my my alter ego. All right. Al, I guess we've gone about an hour. I'm gonna try to wrap it up here.
Well, do you have the website for Stellar Fest?
Yes, I mentioned it earlier, but it's a good thing to mention again. The convention.
Well, do you have the actual website? I know that's their logo, but do you have the website?
Yeah, I did mention it, but I'll say it again. It's stellarfest.org. That's
you could actually
stellarfest.org, not .com.org. What, Al?
You could actually show that on screen if you found it.
Sure can. Good thinking. Good thinking. I need to do that.
Yeah.
Stellarfest.org.
You can share the website.
Come meet Al and I Saturday night
on screen.
That's the only thing that's. Well, I don't want to say that on the air, but I kind of wish I were dancing Saturday. Maybe I can do it earlier in the week. Stellarfest.org. All right, I'm going to put that. Well, it's not a link, but I'll put it on the screen. Let me try to get a link going too. Hey, Keebler, is there a way? I know you can link YouTube channels, but can you link a website like you can a channel? Could you do that for me? It's stellarfest.org, but it's on the screen. And if you're just listening, which is great, I'll spell it STELLARFEST.org. Stellar, not like Stella, like Marlon Brando. Stellar Fest. No, it's stellar, like the interstellar galaxies and interstellar constellations in outer space. Oh, and Keebler said, stick to the day job. America can dance. Isn't going to be calling you any day soon. She says. I know. Okay, so my one of my 3 moderators has it. She's going to post the link to their website, stellarfest.org. And again, hopefully there's people listening. They're here in the Georgia area. I know Danny Staten, wherever he's at, he's in South Carolina. He's not too far away. Maybe he'd want to come on down and meet up. Never met the man face to face. So Al will be there. I'll be there. And we're going to just really try to entertain with some facts. I got some little facts. Oh, Tracy is too. Thanks, Tracy. I forgot. I have 4 mods.
You can take that logo off now.
Okay. And again,
There you go.
going to meet, and Tracy, in case you missed this, I'm meeting the injured Captain Christopher Pike actor, Sean Kinney. He'll be there, and I'm going to interview him live on the Pod Blast. And by the way, oh, you already showed that. Okay, I'm repeating myself. This is not good. Oh, okay. I think we have the linkage.
She has the link there.
Thank you, Keebler in Texas State. She says Stellar Fest, Atlanta's ultimate event for sci-fi enthusiasts. And they have games and prizes. Oh, I meant to show this. I won a shot glass. You're always joking that I'm some boozer. But now I got to say, BK on the air, Barry King made a funny joke. He says, when you interview Sean, because anyone that knows Star Trek, and I mentioned this earlier, he goes, make sure you ask him yes or no questions so he can answer beep, 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 because the character could only answer after he was injured yes or no questions with 1 tone for yes and 2 tones for no. I thought that was hilarious. I laughed out loud at that one. I'll say something about your YouTube channel while I grab the shot glass for Stellar Fest that I won last year. Please.
Yeah, you can follow me on YouTube. All you have to do is type in Hardy Entertainment or Al's Place, or Hardy Entertainment - Al's Place, or you can just type in Al's Place and it'll pull up my channel and subscribe. Now, that chance has got 10,000 subscribers. I have 237, so I got to grow. But anyway, he's on a lot more than I am, actually.
Well, you'll get there. All right, here is the Stellar Fest shot glass. I mean, they have some cool merch. And they have great games. They have trivia games. I won actually over someone who's very knowledgeable.
Have you actually used that shot glass?
I've never used it ever because I didn't want to have to wash it. I love the logo, and I didn't want to get messed up in the wash. You know what I'm saying? Or cracked, or if I dropped it or something stupid. But there's the shot glass. I need to trim my fingernail. And now here is a coin. This is something that they give you. It's cash. It's when you win, and you're supposed to return these. I meant to return it and accidentally kept it. And that's a fact. They have, these are hard, like, can you hear that? I mean, this is like a metallic.
What do they use those for?
It's a prize. It's like Stellar Fest cash.
Oh.
When you win the trivia games, they can't give cash because gambling's not legal in the state of Georgia except for the Georgia lottery. Hypocritical. You get these little coins and they have a monetary value, and they have a merch store, and you can spend them that way or spend them on food, whatever you want to spend them on. But I kept one by accident. They want to get them back so they can recycle them, obviously. But I think they're pretty cool. Do you see the little alien on the back?
Yeah, back up a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, it's not coming in clearly.
There you go. You can see a bit better.
Let's let it focus. It focused a minute ago. And then there's the Stellar Fest. That's their low. That's their there we go. Look at that.
That's clear. That looks good.
That's their mascot. Look, it says $5 value right there. You get $5 in Stellar Fest cash. Ew, my finger looks nasty. It's like it's clean, but it's like scaly. There, now you see it clearly. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Now, the owner, Chris, he and his wife are very good orators, but Chris is incredible. He's a great speaker, and he's so good with the attendees and the guests as well. He's a great panel moderator. And I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this. I think you'll have a really good time if you're into sci-fi fantasy. And if you're older like me and you remember the good days of conventions like Open by Chance Toys does, especially David, I think you'll really appreciate it. And parking is free. That's another thing. One of my pet peeves is paying for parking. Like when you go to the hospital to visit somebody, to pay for parking to visit someone who's sick in the hospital, that's a crime in my opinion. And I'm tired of going to conventions where they charge for parking. In some cases, like the ones in downtown Atlanta at the World Congress Center, you could pay $35 just to park your car.
It's crazy.
I hate that. Even $50 to park downtown Atlanta. Terrible. But no parking at Stellarfest. The Sonesta has free parking, so that's a nice perk in itself.
Do they have a pretty good lot there where people can park?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's another reason I want to I will definitely stop by your place, Al, your house, because I don't want my films to be all hot in the car. You know,
well, you can leave them here, you know.
But maybe I could park in your garage, get them out of the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because
that'll be fine.
Last year I was sitting in my car with my films with the air cranking, you know, with the car running, so I could keep them cool, you know, before the room was ready for me.
Let me say goodbye to Randy. Bye, Randy. Thanks for watching. He said he had to go. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Randy. Thanks for joining on Al's behalf.
Yeah,
nice to
later.
meet you virtually.
Okay. All right.
And I did want to mention something, Al, and you can speak to this before I go. We did have some sad passings in the music community. One would be Dave Mason.
He was a founding member of the group Traffic back in the 60s, like around 68, somewhere around there.
Yes. Yeah, he passed away at the age of 79. He had a hit song. It only reached number 12 on the Billboard charts, but it sure was memorable. We just disagree.
Yeah, that's way after he left Traffic. But, you know, Traffic recorded some tunes. I actually like some of their music. I was in high school. But, yeah, he was, I think he was like 79 or something.
How you been?
Remember that song?
Yeah.
Have you changed your style since you're gone? Was it? We grow up differently. Just leave it alone, cause we don't see eye to eye. Ain't no good guys, ain't no bad guys.
That's true.
They're just you and me, and we just disagree. Oh, no.
Anyway, I like that song. I hadn't thought about that song in years.
What? Turn your mic up a little bit.
You know what? You know what I read?
What?
He passed away. He had dinner. His wife claims the man had dinner, and he's British, by the way. He's born in England, and he sat down in his favorite chair to take a nap after dinner, and he just never woke up. He passed away peacefully in his favorite chair.
That's a great way to go. You have.
I agree. That's how I want to go, and not in a burst of flames on the highway after I hit a semi truck or something. That's probably how I'd go.
What are you
and then also I want to say, I was sad to hear that another one of the Osmond brothers died. Alan Osmond passed away at the age of 76.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good-looking guy. He next to Donnie, he was probably the best-looking of the male Osmonds, I think. But he sadly passed away. He was ill for a while. So
he had some health issues. I think he was 76.
He was 76.
Yeah.
So I was sad to hear about that. And then also, it was reported the Boston lead singer Tommy DiCarlo died at the age of 60 back on March 9th, 2026, but he really was not the lead singer. He was a fan. I mean, he was, but he wasn't. He was a fan of Boston who took over the lead singing role 20 years ago, but he was a fan. And that's, I'm not taking away from that, but it was kind of misleading. The actual lead singer was Brad Delp, D-E-L-P of Boston. And he passed away way back in 2007, the original lead singer of Boston. He died on March 9th, 2007. Oh my God, that's the same date. Is this right? Yes, March 9th. He died the same day as Tommy DiCarlo. I got to make sure I didn't write that down wrong. Is that true? That's crazy. If both the original lead singer of Boston and the fan Tommy died on March 9th, I got to look that up before we sign off.
And a famous actor is having a birthday today.
Oh, who?
A famous actor. He's 87. Don't look on your phone.
Oh, I'm looking up the Boston to make sure that see if they both died on the same day. That'd be creepy as heck.
No, Jack Nicholson turns 87 today.
Oh yeah. Now, what's your favorite Jack Nicholson movie?
Chinatown.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
It's very good.
Certainly it is. I kind of like As Good as It Gets from 1998 with Greg Kinnear.
That's a good one too. You know where he got started in film was with Roger Corman.
Yeah.
You know, he made some like B movies with Roger Corman. That's how he got started, basically.
And fun fact, he made a trip to Mayberry early on. Jack Nicholson. He was in an Andy Griffith show wasn't he? I read that. I thought I saw it. Am I tripping?
I don't know about that. I don't think I remember that.
Okay, let me look up Brad Delp. Rest in peace to Brad Delp. I mean, I'm being serious here. I'm not making any joke about anything. He died March 9th, 2007. That's the original lead singer of Boston, who was born in Peabody, Massachusetts, back in 1951 on June 12th, 51. Now I'm going to look up this DiCarlo gentleman. If he did die the same day, I need to research if Tommy sadly, offed himself just to die on the same date as the other guy, as Brad Delp. I doubt it though. Let me look up real quick. Tommy DiCarlo.
My favorite song by Boston was "More Than a Feeling."
Yes, that was released in 1976, over 50 years ago. More than a feeling.
That's a great song.
He did die March 9th. I wrote it down right. Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Both Boston lead singers died on the same day. On March 9th.
Yeah.
That's Twilight Zone weird, bro. Let me see what his cause of death was. I thought I wrote it down. Okay, that's truly bizarre. Yeah, he died in Charlotte, North Carolina. The fan.
Yeah.
He became the lead singer. Wait a second. Okay, let me look. I'm looking up Tommy DiCarlo. Let's see what it says on his cause of death. There's not much about him on the internet here. I can't see. Death. Oh, he's diagnosed with brain cancer, sadly, in September 2025. He died in Charlotte, North Carolina on March 9th, 2026 at the age of 60. His death occurred. His death occurred exactly 19 years to the day of the original Boston lead singer Brad Delp's death in 2007. Could have been by design. I don't know. I'm not trying to create a rumor. I'm just saying it might have been like a what's that? Brad Kevorkian situation. I'll just leave it at that. And isn't that how you said the guy's name? Brad Kevorkian?
Kevorkian, yeah.
Kevorkian with a K.
Kevorkian. Wow. Joe Gutfield said hi.
Oh yeah, we said, hey, he's back. More than a feeling. Yeah, she agrees with you, Al. That's one of my favorites too.
That's a great song.
I like Smoking too. Smoking.
Yeah, that wasn't a big chart topper, but it was a decent song.
It was kind of like just a song on the album. I don't think it was even a single, but I liked it.
It was an album cut.
It was. Was it a B-side of More Than a Feeling?
That I don't know. I know it was an album cut. It could have been on the back of a 45 on the B-side.
Yeah. I'm staying out of the conspiracy stuff there, Keebler, as she says in the chat, but it is odd. It is odd. That's got to be more than chance. I mean, coincidence.
Well, I mean, things happen. I mean, I don't think it's good. I think it just happened. It just fell on the same day.
Damn it. I wrote handwritten notes about the guy I'm going to interview, Sean Kinney from the original Star Trek, Captain Christopher Pike, after his accident. Meant to mention he did a Get Smart episode. He was in season 4, episode 12 of Get Smart, titled Temporarily Out of Control. Control was the name of the organization that Maxwell Smart worked for. And that aired on December 14th, 1968, during the last season of Star Trek in terms of the air dates there. Yeah. So I can't wait. I have all sorts of great questions I've already written that are going to be hopefully questions he's not heard. When I interview people that have been interviewed a lot, I don't think he's been interviewed that much. I try not to ask things that they've been asked 1,000 times. Like when I interviewed Sandra Gempel last year and Marta Kristen, I tried to say and ask things that weren't just scorched earth questions, like I still think that Marta Kristen, who was the original Judy in Lost in Space, would be great as Susan Storm in a Fantastic Four sequel as like a modern day Sue Storm. Remember that was that took place. You still never saw it. Tom saw it and liked it. My niece and nephew liked it, but it's set in the 1960s, kind of in an alternate universe where they have better technology than we had on our Earth in the 1960s. But I think she would make a fine Susan Storm Richards, the Invisible Woman. Talking about Marta Kristen. Lord willing, you know, I wish that would happen. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Are you doing a show Saturday? No, I'm going to be at the convention. Joe, you're late. On April 25th, Al and I are both going to be at Stellar Fest 2. Go to stellarfest.org for information. And I'm going to be showing some of my films that are sci-fi and fantasy related on reel-to-reel 16mm film with huge speakers to the crowd, to those that want to attend, as I did last year. And this is the second annual convention. And then also I'm going to be interviewing the actor who played the crippled Captain Christopher Pike in Star Trek: The Menagerie Parts 1 and 2. So I will. Well,
sometimes when you interview people that are on up in age, sometimes they don't remember a lot of things.
I know, but
you know, I've run into that situation with people. They just don't remember. You know, they forget.
This lady, the stunt lady, who was a fembot, she was an Ovion in Battlestar Galactica, the original pilot, the original show from 1978. She remembered everything. I couldn't believe how she had all of her faculties about her. She could remember everything, and she's still working. She was, speaking of Star Trek, look, I'm showing the cover of her book. She was the M113 salt vampire monster.
How old is she now?
I don't want to say. That's improper thing. Just shouldn't reveal a lady's age. She's up there. I mean, she's in her 80s. But look, she was Bill Mooney's stunt double. Look at her right there with Will Robinson, Bill Mooney. That's her. She had to cut her hair short to look like Bill Mooney as a child. She did season 2 and 3 of Lost in Space, not the first season.
Right.
And she worked with Barbara Eden, doubling Barbara Eden. I mean, she's still working. She was due on the set last year, she told me. But she was a fembot in the $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. She was the Callahan fembot. I thought that was so cool. And the interview is on my YouTube channel, The Nostalgic Pod Blast, where I interviewed her one-on-one in the live section. And I also presented her panel, where she was on a panel. I video filmed that and shared it on my channel. Same thing with Marta Kristen, the original Judy Robinson from Lost in Space. Now, Keebler has linked it again, their website, stellarfest.org, for more information. Again, it's coming soon. I meant to do a show last weekend, but I had to work on a little movie over the weekend, and I had no time to do a show. I wanted to have more days in advance so people could plan it, anyone that might be listening or watching. But I'm going to put this on Fistful of Radio tonight and not wait for Saturday, because that'll be the day of the prime day, which is Saturday. Most conventions, the big day Saturday, for obvious reasons. People are off work. You know, they don't have to work the next day. They can really party. That's what Dragon Con's known for. I hate to mention a big corporate con, but I just did. All right, Al, well, I'm going to get out of here because I got to get up early. I'm going to be attending a game show. I can't wait to watch this. I want to be a contestant on this show. I'm probably invalid now. Once you've been in the audience, I don't think you could even audition to be a contestant. So I probably shouldn't do it, but I'm really excited about tomorrow and the next day. 2 days worth of, I don't even want to say the name, but I'll give you a hint. No whammies, no whammies, big money, no whammies.
That was a fun show. Yeah. Well, speaking of game shows, Chad on Wheel of Fortune, he lost tonight. Oh. He had a 5-day run or 6-day run.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're allowing a champion on Wheel of Fortune, something they used to do in the 80s and 90s, and they did away with that. Well, for the month of April 2026, Wheel of Fortune allowed there to be a champion who can keep playing until they're defeated, like Jeopardy does.
Yeah.
And if the ratings are good, hopefully they'll have that format for the next season continuously. I think that would be great if they did have a champion. It'd be more exciting to watch. I'm just a game show geek. I love that.
Well, Chad, total, I think he won like 198,000.
Oh, well, thanks for spoiling it. I recorded it. I was going to watch it.
He won 4 trips. He's won 4 trips on his,
That's good.
So he's going to be going around the world,
Is the Jeopardy champion still in place? Did you watch it?
Yes, he's still in place.
He's still there. Okay. Because there's a guy who's closing in on Ken Jennings' record of over $1 million in earnings.
He's up almost to $800,000.
In terms of Jeopardy, did Holtzhauer defeat Jennings' record? You don't know, do you? I don't know. I don't think he did. Though. I think. Let me look it up while we're live.
That I don't know.
I don't think he did, but let's see.
Can I say, people that are watching on my Twitch channel, which is Movie Albert on Twitch, if you're watching, if you'll subscribe, that'll help out a lot. And also on YouTube at Al's Place, subscribe.
I'm so stupid because don't forget Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Is that your final answer? People won $1 million on that show, and Wheel of Fortune. There's been $1 million winners. Last year, someone won $1 million pre-tax on Wheel of Fortune.
Remember a TV show back in the late 50s, early 60s called The Millionaire?
Yep.
This rich man, he would give a needy person $1 million cash.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I looked this up. No, the record is for Deal or No Deal Island. Somebody won pre-tax $5 million. His name is David Genat, Genat. He won $5,800,000, almost $6 million. He really is the $6 million man, almost.
Thanks, Keebler. She posted my YouTube
for
channel.
Deal or No Deal Island. I never heard of that one. Deal or No Deal Island. Good night to Tracy. Deal or No Deal Island. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
Howie Mandel's the host, I suppose. And I don't like all this trash. And I already talked about this last week with Sarah. Holly, one of the original Barker's Beauties, has been trashing the name of Bob Barker. There was an E! Network documentary, he was
a womanizer or something. What didn't they? Or something?
You know, I'm not going to rehash what I talked about last time. I mean, I think there's a different time. I don't condone that kind of misbehavior, but I wasn't there. The people that are commenting weren't there. Now, Holly was there, but I don't know. It just seems kind of ungrateful. And that she has an axe to grind because she got pregnant and gained weight. And her story is Bob Barker had her dismissed because he was executive producer and he called some shots. And he thought she got a little out of shape. And so he let her go. And she was very clumsy.
Well,
anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off. I want to be on a good note. I'm happy about the dance community. I'm really happy that I'm starting to learn a little bit of salsa dance, which is very hard, very technical. So I don't want to offend the dance community by dancing badly. So I'm going to just keep going to classes. Going to go to another one this week. If you want to see how I progress, again, I encourage you to go to my Instagram, and it's Uncle Chance from Smyrna. That's my Instagram handle. And I'm going to also post them as shorts on Chance Acting Demo, my sister YouTube channel. And thanks again to all the subscribers. I'm really grateful to everyone being here for whatever brought you to the Nostalgic Podcast, whether it was a marathon I did of a favorite show that you liked, or one of my live shows, or Al and I just bantering together. Whatever the reason, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you stick around. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So,
and before we sign off, give a recap of the dates and time of Stellarfest.
Okay. You can go to stellarfest.org. It's going to be Friday, April 24th, Saturday, April 25th, and Sunday, April 26th at the Sonesta, Sonesta Hotel. And that's near Gwinnett Place Mall, where they shot Stranger Things. That's one of the locations of Stranger Things in Gwinnett County, which is off of 85 North. It's very easy to get to. And I hope you can make it there live. Love to meet you. I'll be there Saturday with Open by Chance Toys in the morning, and then Al Hardy and I at night. And we'll be there starting our film fest at 7 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday night on April 25th. And hey to BK on the air, Barry King.
Hey,
we were
BK.
talking about you earlier, Barry. I mentioned the beep, beep joke that you told when I interviewed Sean. I'm not going to steal it. I don't like stealing content from people, but I'll give you credit when I interview him live. I'm going to mention that one. That was hilarious. I laughed out loud when he said that. He goes, make sure you ask him yes or no questions and get him to answer with a beep for yes or a beep, beep for no. That was a good one, Barry. That was a real good one. Okay, I'm going to cut you loose, Al. I appreciate y'all. I'll give you a buzz here in a second before I turn in, okay?
Yeah, you can just give me a call later.
All right. Bye, Al. Yeah, so anyone in the chat, do you like this camera shot better? I know anyone who might be listening, this is so remedial, but I did want to show this. Damn, I meant to show Al this. I used to have this in my collection and I lost it. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths, The Death of Supergirl. And there's a new Supergirl movie that will be released here in the summer of 2026. I'm going to check it out. The original Supergirl movie starred Helen Slater, and it was directed by Gina Schwartz, who is known for directing films like Somewhere in Time with Chris Reeve and Jane Seymour, and Jaws 2 which I liked a lot. I think Jaws 2 was a really good sequel. But I liked the Supergirl in the international and director's cut. Oh, gosh, I wish I could find it to show you. In the year 2000, Anchor Bay, an old DVD company, released a DVD limited edition release, which had a longer version of Supergirl starring Helen Slater and Faye Dunaway and Brenda Vaccaro. And Barry put a beep. How the hell do you do that? Beep. He's put in the chat. That's so freaking funny. Yeah, but the Supergirl international cut and the director's cut, there's three versions. The US cut, which was the worst, they cut like half an hour out of the film. And another fun fact, talking retro, was the character of Lucy Lane, who was Lois Lane's little sister, was supposed to be played by Demi Moore. And I thought she would have been a great Lucy Lane because she's very Margot Kidder-like with the way she talks, her personality, and her look. She looked a lot like Margot Kidder in her prime. Demi Moore did. But she wound up doing Blame It on Rio and another film. She couldn't do Supergirl. And I thought it would have made the film a little more successful because she had a big following with the Brat Pack and General Hospital fans. He was on General Hospital too. And I can't find that doggone DVD. It's here somewhere. Supergirl. I gave one away recently too to a content creator in Michigan, lady K-pop. Not Lady K-pop. She's Katie. Katie's her name with a K. Before I sign off, I want to show you that. May not work out. It's got a really cool case. Anchor Bay. Just look up Supergirl. They only made, I think, 35,000 of the DVDs. That may seem like a lot, but that's actually quite of a limited release in terms of pressings back then of DVDs and Blu-rays and the like. Now I'm worried where the heck I put that. Oh, well, this is dead air, so I'm going to go. Let me see if there's any other clips I can play. I just can't tear myself away. It's been so long since I've done a pod blast. And I got to edit this and get it on Fistful tonight. And I have a busy freaking day tomorrow. Again, I'll be dropping some shorts on my Instagram. And I guess I'll put on YouTube as well. My tactical training with producer Natalie there and others that I did at ATL Stunts, which is a great established school for stunt people and people that want to be able to do stunts properly. And it's safe. It's a heck of a lot of fun. These are not real weapons that we had, but man, it is a good time there. So that's all I got to say about that. I'm looking forward to meeting Sean Kinney. I always thought it was Kennedy. I know I'm repeating myself in case you tuned in late. I always thought his name was Kennedy until recently, till like this year. I'm like, it's not Kennedy at all. Thank God he wasn't doing something weird. Let me see. Be safe. Hope to see you at Stellar Fest 2, April 24th, 25th, 26th. I'll be there the 25th, 26th with producer Natalie with the interview Sunday, and I'll just be with Al on Saturday. Hope you can make it. In the meantime, be safe and don't let no dragons get you. Because I appreciate each and every one of you. And thanks to those that are following me on my little dance journey over on Instagram.
Get ready to rewind time. This is the Nostalgic Pod Blast. Let's go! Taking it back, old school vibes on a brand new track.
Got to come back. BK said something about Janat Schwa, the director, in the comments that I want to expand on. He mentioned a movie that really freaked me out. It's called Bug. Right here. He was an underrated director. He did Santa Claus the movie. This was by the producers of the Superman Chris Reeve movies, right? And including that a-hole Pierre Spengler, who did not get along with director Richard Donner of Superman the movie. But you had the Salkinds, Alexander and Ilya Salkind. They put together kind of an Irwin Allen all-star cast. They got Arthur himself. Oh my God. I mean, just look up Santa Claus, the movie. Europeans like that better than Americans. It's considered a Christmas classic over in like London, and it would air regularly every Christmas. I think Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken, it would air on Channel 4 or something in London. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it's more popular there than it is here. And yeah, you had Dudley Moore. You had just look up the cast. And I forgot he did direct that. But Bug, that was a movie starring Bradford Dillman. And it was a movie about an earthquake that releases these prehistoric cockroaches onto a town. And it's like a study in madness. And I always have had a fear of bugs ever since then. There's a scene where a lady picks up the phone and the bug's on the receiver, puts it up to her ear. And it's before the Wrath of Khan with that SETI Alpha 5 space worm getting in Chekhov's ear. But the bug gets in her ear and sets her on fire. I'll never forget that. And the movie poster's disturbing and everything. And like it gets in their meat, and these bugs, they were real. And there were scenes where they kill the bugs and like stab it with a pin. You see the guts go everywhere. It looked like they killed a real roach or something. It was tough. And then also Jeanette Schwartz directed the Rockford Files movies on TV. All right. Well, and thank you to Keebler. She said I put all your social media links in the section about what the links are. Thank you so much, girl. Appreciate you over there in Texas. Well, now I'm going to sign off for real. I got to wind down because I got to get up early. I'm pressing my luck tonight. Going too long. Catch you next time here on the Pod Blast. I'm going to do the old school end theme since I played a little bit of my current theme. Yeah, good night.